No, that works. Cheers, Richard.
Cheers. Look, we're back to drinking.
Welcome back to the Low Quality Podcast, where we're alcoholics and you're high as hell right now.
And we touched butts, and butts touched us. Butts.
Touch.
Touchy. I never had twisted tea in a glass before, in a bottle. It's always in
a
It's in a can. That's why I was like, oh, it's like.
Because, yeah, when I drink out of a can, I'm like, ooh, brisk.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like brisk, too.
Yeah, it's just a Long Island, basically. I don't know what's in it. What's in twisted tea? Oh my God, Jake's in here.
Who?
Mine says Jake. Mine says.
Dude, mine, I think it's pronounced Renee or Reen,
It could be Renee.
right? But it's like a guy in a bathtub.
Yo, is Jake and Renee look the same?
It's the same person.
No, Renee's a little bit. I don't know.
Okay.
Bigger?
So for everyone who's like listening, there's
Pictures of people?
Yeah, pictures of people with their names and like where they're from. So that's what we're looking at right now.
And they're wearing some kind of like twisted tea garment or something. Or
Yeah.
a drink.
They look like they're from the South, but this guy's from Vermont.
Mine's Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's like
So that's like southeast-ish? More east?
East.
I think mid-east.
yeah, Mid-East,
I don't know.
the Middle East.
I'm not good at geology.
All right, cheers, viewers, friends, family.
It's geography, but yeah. Because I said geology.
Scotch.
Yeah. Anyways, though.
What I was gonna say? Oh, not Long Island iced tea because that has.
that novice ball.
Yeah, you hear the dogs. Because like Long Island has like what tequila, vodka.
Yeah, it has like a bunch of
rum.
other like actual liquor. But I'm just saying, because it's tea.
Oh,
Long
yeah.
Island's iced tea, basically.
That makes sense. What do you want to get for takeout later?
Take you out
To the ball.
Okay, yeah. some quality father-son moments or time.
This will go down in history. When I'm on my deathbed, I'll think of this moment.
Oh.
I'm on my deathbed. Richard's like, Danny, do you remember that one time? I'm like, no.
It's okay, Danny. I'll always remember. It's just me.
Yeah, you're like, I'll take you out. Forget the words. I'm like,
That's my boy. Never really.
That reminds me. For my Christmas list with my family, I put hand soap from Bed Bath and Body Works. It's
Yeah.
yeah. And so my nephew, he calls me out on it, right? He's like, Uncle Danny, did you mean Bed Bath and Beyond or Bath and Body Works? I was like, yes.
I mean, you could get hand soap from either one.
Yeah.
But that's pretty funny.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh shoot, I messed up.
At least you were specific about it. Yuki did Secret Santa for cousins, and she got, I guess, one of my nieces that are like older.
Yeah.
And oh God, her shopping list was so vague.
Really?
Yeah, it literally was just like
What was on it?
it was literally just like gum, face mask, body wash, and I was like, from what? Like what?
You
Like which
should've
one?
done like her Axe body spray or body wash, and then like a face mask. Not like one to like clear the skin, but like an actual face mask.
Yeah, I should have. But no, I got her like actual like decent stuff at least. But I was just like, this is so vague.
Is this your niece that's like a teenager?
Oh yeah. She's like 12, turning 13 this year, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Yuki's turning 12 this year,
Yeah.
and she's only. Oh no, I think she's turning 12 this year. Only one is turning 13 this year.
Okay. Oh wow. Shoot, Yuki's older than I thought. Because I was like thinking like, oh, teenager, but then Yuki's 11.
She just turned 11. It's because her birthday's in December.
Right.
So it's weird. But yeah, she just turned 11. Nice. And so now this year, 2024, she'll be 12.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about the birth of Yuki?
Nah, we'll say that some other day.
Okay. What do you want to talk about today?
More Twisted Tea stuff?
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind either. Yo, welcome back to the Low Quality Podcast, where we do bar recipes and review
very bad movies.
Very bad movies. Which very bad movie are we going to talk about today, Richard? Wait, I already did the intro, huh?
Yeah, you did. That's why I was like, we're doing it again, huh?
Oh, all right. Well, I guess that ends this episode. I'm too drunk. I'm going to go sleep now. All right. Love you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I was like, I could end it. I was like, so today we're supposed to do we're finally doing the Twilight review.
Yes.
But before we do that, though, did you hear that they're actually making? Do you remember Blood and Honey? With the Winnie Pooh? They're actually making part 2.
Yeah, you told me.
And it's like, well, I think it's releasing later this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. Blood and Honey came out 2022?
I don't know. Something.
So
it's been like 2 years now?
Yeah, so they probably spent like 2023 like filming it, and then it's going to release this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
You ready to watch it? I don't think there's been a trailer yet, but there's been like, what is it? Photos.
Oh, okay.
So.
And who's in it?
I have no idea. I think it's the same people.
Or
you meant like the Pooh friends?
Yeah.
Pooh. I think they're adding Tigger and the owl.
Oh.
I don't remember the owl's name though. Do you remember the owl's name?
Doctor Who?
Dr. Hohenstein?
Is that a dad joke? Like, what's the owl's name? Doctor Who? But it's like a reference to Doctor Who.
I don't know, maybe, probably.
I don't know. Rate my dad joke. It's probably like a rated, like, it's like a D.
D for Danny.
D for Doctor Who.
Who?
Yes.
Anyways, Twilight.
Oh, Twilight.
The first of our trilogy, but
Yes.
we've only seen one.
Yes. We've
What's so special about this movie, Danny?
the fact that we watched it while high.
Yeah.
Was that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So everyone, if you have all seen Twilight, or if you haven't, watch it again. But do it when you're high.
Yeah.
It because the acting is so unique.
It's so cheesy. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. If you really liked it, yeah, you liked it. But I cannot take that movie serious, man.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we watched it high.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, if I was watching this sober, I would have been like, oh my god, I need to get high.
It's like you're like watching it high, and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I'm high. Or you're watching it sober, and it's like, oh, I wish I was high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what, I just wanted to be high for it.
So,
but not just any high. We were on shrooms. Oh, this is our shrooms trip. We mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
In one of our earlier episodes. But yeah, I'm so glad we watched the high, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was my first time taking shrooms. Oh, by the way, Eddie's supposed to be here too because he was there for our shroom trip.
Oh yeah, and he's watching the movie with us.
But he was sober.
Yeah.
Just because he likes the Twilight series. Right, Eddie? Right. So we watched Twilight on shrooms, and I invited Eddie because he likes it, and I don't know, maybe he wanted to get high with us, but he chose not to. And then
yeah, it's fine. You don't have to.
Like we said, the acting is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's so cheesy.
And whether you watch it sober and you can still laugh at the scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
But the fact that we were high.
Yeah, the fact that we were high just made it even funnier.
Yeah.
But like every line that Edward said, I was like, dude, I'm so glad I'm high for this. Like it's so what he's saying is so dumb. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm high because now I understand why all those girls went crazy about this movie.
Yeah. And okay, so while we were watching the movie, like I'm just thinking to myself, like, dude, like we were teenagers when this came out. Like we were like in high school, right?
Yeah.
And then Like I'm just picturing, like imagining the fans who read the books, like going to watching in theaters, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is so hot."
Yeah. She's literally me.
Yeah.
She's me for real, for real. That's all I can think about. Every time something happened to Bella,
Yeah.
or Edward like talked to her or something, and she like looked away or something like that, and I was like, oh my god, she's me. That's so me. For real, for real. That's me.
She's so emo. That's me. I wish I was her. I wish
She gets
Edward would,
me.
I wish Edward would kiss me like that and caress me.
Yeah.
Like this. Oh my gosh, the scenes where Edward picks her up and they're like flying through the forest, like through the trees.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, we were laughing, right?
Yeah,
Because it was so sudden.
Yeah, it was so funny looking too. And I was just like, what is this? What's going on? Like, oh yeah, and he says like the funniest line ever. He goes, better hold on tight, spider monkey. And I'm just like, you better hold on tight, spider monkey. I'm just like, what the fuck? Is this what girls dream of?
Yeah.
This is what 15-year-old girls, after reading the book, dream what their vampire boyfriend will say to them.
Exactly.
Hold on tight
So
to me.
I did read Twilight, right? And I don't remember if Edward says that in the book, but then I imagine
I'll look it up. I'll look
Yeah.
it up, see if it's in it.
I imagine like that scene's supposed to be like very romantic, right?
Probably.
It's like Edward grabs Bella and now they're flying through the trees.
And he whispers, I don't know. He whispers seductively into your ears. Hold on tight, spider monkey.
But then it was poorly executed.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like going through the trees and it's so sudden and we're cracking up, right? Because we're making fun of it. But then in my head I'm thinking, do people think this is romantic?
I think so. I think back then people really probably liked that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's just like the
But-
two like emotions, like us laughing at it,
Yeah.
but then someone else might take it like very seriously.
And really
like
liked
Eddie
it.
might really like it, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, ah, man, that's what makes it even funnier for me.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to start from the beginning? We just like went straight to like this scene.
I think we might as well. Everyone knows the story of Twilight by now.
Yeah.
They should. I mean, or I don't know. Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's try. Yeah, let's try to do the synopsis for it.
All right.
Even though we're high.
Gosh, I hope I remember most of it. So Bella's from Arizona, and then like her mom decides to go travel, right? So she has to go live with her dad.
Is that why?
Who lives in Washington?
Why is her mom traveling? Oh, because her boyfriend's the baseball player, right, or something, and he's
Yeah.
on tour or playing
Something.
league or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, something's going on.
that's right. That's why. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, but then like, okay, yeah. Okay, so
Alright.
she arrives in what's the town called?
I don't know. Townsville?
Twilight Town.
Twilight Town. Twilight Town, Washington. The Green State. Is
Yeah,
Washington
it
the Green
is.
State?
It is in Washington. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's why it's like really dark and gloomy. Because it's
Yeah.
Washington.
But they also have oceans.
There's, I don't know. I don't think it's like an ocean, but it's like. No, I think Washington's kind of next to the ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, Washington's like very top left.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the movie they go to the beach too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it looks very cold and gloomy.
And that's what they said. They were like, "Oh, I didn't think it'd be this cold."
Yeah.
Actually, why did they go to the beach?
I don't know.
Was it just to meet up with Jacob? You know what? Jacob's barely in the first one,
Yeah.
and I do not remember that because the last time I saw this was like in high school.
Oh, okay. But then, like, you remember him being in it, right?
Yeah, I
Because of
remember
the
being
later
in it.
series?
Yeah, but like I thought he would be more present in the first one. But like you see him in the beginning because that's when Bella enters, and you see him at the beach part, which is like halfway through the movie.
Yep.
And then at the very fucking end, for no reason, he just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah.
At prom.
Yeah. Okay, so there was an interview with Taylor Lautner, which is actually pronounced Taylor Lautner, but
I don't know.
So
he hasn't corrected us yet, so we'll just keep mispronouncing it.
right.
So Taylor Lautner.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Taylor Lautner, come join our podcast. You know, we'd love to have you. So he said that in Twilight he was only hired to play like Jacob, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then for the next movie, they were gonna hire someone else to do it. So
Oh.
like his role is like very small.
Oh,
But
okay.
then he wanted to stay in the Twilight
Yeah.
series. So because in the books it's like Jacob's like kind of scrawny and like kind of like a pre-pubescent teen.
Yeah, because he hasn't unlocked his wolf powers, right? That's in the next book, and that's when he becomes all hot.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know what the wolves lore is.
Oh,
But
I thought that
all I
was.
know is like he wanted to be in it, and so he found out that like he has to be like a sexy dude. So he started working out, and then
Yeah, yeah.
his agent was like, "Hey, I know you guys want to hire someone else to be Jacob for the Twilight series, but then you should definitely check out Taylor again."
That's cool.
Yeah,
And he got in. Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool for him.
yeah. Good job, Shark Boy.
Yeah. You matched up with fuck, what's his name in Harry Potter? Cedric? Cedric. You matched up with Cedric. That's Robert's role before Twilight. He was in Harry Potter.
Oh right.
And he played this like senior wizard and he dies.
Like senior, as in like a senior in high school.
Yeah, because Hogwarts is like a school.
Right.
So it goes from like I don't know, like middle school to high school. And he was like senior level.
Okay, and he
Or-
dies.
Yeah, he dies. It's pretty sad.
Was Robert Pattinson like really young looking, or does he look about the same?
He looks
like,
about the same.
like which Harry Potter movie is this?
I think it's the fourth one.
So this is when like everyone's already kind of older.
Yeah, this is when like Harry and them are like 14 and he's like 17, I think.
He got kicked out of Hogwarts and became a vampire instead.
Yeah, he died and turned into a vampire.
And then he decided to move to Gotham City, become a Batman.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get vampire divorced.
Yeah, that's why Batman never comes out during the day.
Oh man, just do a review on the Batman.
Oh yeah, are you willing to watch it again? All 3 hours of it?
Is it 3 hours? I thought it was just like 2.5.
No, I think it's like 3 hours.
Oh, I thought 3 was just like the extended version or something. Because I think there's an extended version, right?
What? Jack Snyder's cut?
Yeah.
Did I tell you that I watched?
Jack Snyder.
Right?
Zack Snyder.
Oh yeah, Zack Snyder.
Jack Snyder.
Jack Snyder's like the cousin who almost made it.
Oh man, yeah. I was thinking of Jack from Titanic. So I was like,
Oh,
Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Snyder cut. But I know there's like some deleted scenes from there that made it like a little bit longer.
yeah.
So I want to watch it again, but with those scenes in, and I'll be like, oh, maybe it's a lot better.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember it being like it was decent. I
Right.
just think Robert Pattinson would have been better as Batman Beyond instead of just playing out Batman.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
I think that would have been cool, you know.
Like a young Batman Beyond.
Yeah, and or maybe it's just him like 2 years after he's already become Batman Beyond, and like Bruce has passed away or something.
Oh.
So we'll get like flashbacks of like him meeting Bruce and getting trained in and stuff.
Oh, who do you think would play Bruce? Say Robert Pattinson plays Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
Who would play Bruce Wayne?
Ah man, honestly, after watching Ahsoka, I think Ray Stevenson would have been good.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he would have been good.
Yeah. Do
But
you
he's
remember-
gone now. So
Rest in peace.
yeah, I don't know who else would have been, but I think he would have been really good for it.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that either.
Right?
Because I was gonna say in the cartoon, Bruce Wayne is older, right?
Yeah, he's really old.
But he doesn't like have that beard. But I wouldn't mind if.
I mean, you could just like shave it off.
Yeah,
though.
you just shave it off. But I wouldn't mind him having that beard. It's just
I
Balin.
think the beard would have been cool though. Yeah.
It's just Balin. He's like on the world. And he's like, oh, there's a dark force here that I need to go seek. And it's just he becomes Batman.
And then like Robert's like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, dementia.
Dementia. I lived a past life. Oh, Balin uses the dark forces to like make the Batman Beyond suit.
Yeah. Anyways, so Bella arrives in town.
Oh yeah, Twilight. There's all these like small scenes that I forgot about, and like I'm sure no one cares about. But there's like that guy. We made fun of this too in the movie. There's that guy who comes up to Bella and her dad in the like cafe, and he's like, "Oh, I owe Santa."
Oh yeah.
And then like later on, you see him die.
Wasn't he actually something kind of important? Like he's not like. No, I think he was just like a really well-known villager.
He's just a villager.
Townsfolk? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's a really small town, so everyone knows each other very well.
Right.
And I think he's just very well known.
Yeah. And then because his only purpose in the movie is to like have them introduce him, and then to later on die.
Yeah.
By the hippie. No, they're actually not hippies.
The non-vegan vampires.
The nomad vampires, you know, Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, that's what they were. That's what we called them.
Yeah, yeah. To die by then, and then just have like the police find him.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. It's just like small scenes like that, like everyone forgets about. And,
you know what?
I want to point out and just like laugh at it.
You know what's a funny scene that I totally forgot they made fun of? Because, you know, the first Twilight, there's a parody called Vampires Suck.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of the movie, when Jacob and his dad, grandpa, dad? Yeah, they come up and they meet Bella again. Yeah. And, like, for some reason, Bella and Jacob are talking, and Bella's dad takes Jacob's dad to, like, the background shot for some reason. He strolls him away, yeah. And they start, like, play fighting. Yeah. So... At first, like, I was like, oh my god, this is a really weird scene. Like, why is this in here? Mm-hmm. And then I was like, oh my god, I remember this from the parody movie.
Yeah.
And it's so funny in the parody movie because, like when I watched the parody movie, I was like, this scene is kind of dumb because it's like slapstick violence humor. So it's like, all right, that's funny. But then after watching it again, the real movie, the real part, and I was like, oh my god, it's real. I forgot, like, this is a real scene.
Yeah.
So it made the parody even funnier because,
like they made fun of it, but they just, like, over-exaggerated it.
Oh, like, so much. Like, he, like the dad throws the wheelchair guy, like, out of his wheelchair and, like, beats him up. The wheelchair guy, like, gets up and, like, beats him up. Beats up the dad, too. Like, it's really I'll post up the clip. It's really funny.
Oh, man.
Oh, but it's really funny. Yeah. Do you remember the joke we made about the Jacob's dad?
Yeah, you said it, right? Yeah.
It must really suck to be a vampire or a werewolf that still has a wheelchair.
Yeah. Because you like, I either haven't seen like the later ones or I don't remember like when they turn into werewolves.
I think he passes away later on, right? I don't think you see him anymore.
So we don't know if, like, as a wolf, he has use of his legs or not.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember you pointing that out. Okay, so
after that, then she starts going to school, right?
Yeah, she goes to school, and then like she meets some people, right?
Yeah, she meets. I always forget she's in this, but she meets Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
And like, I think she's the only famous one, huh? I think the rest, I don't think they've done anything else, huh?
Not that I can remember.
But she meets like a bunch of like regular ass teenagers.
Yeah.
Who they made some pretty bad jokes, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't really remember either, but they're just like kind of awkward high school students.
They are awkward. Yeah. They were like the weird, I don't know, they're like the weird preppy smart nerds, because they were all pretty smart, right?
Yeah, they're all pretty smart.
That's why they wanted
really
Bella.
nerdy, and like they did like a bunch of extracurricular stuff.
Yeah,
like one was a photographer who was self-conscious about herself.
Yeah,
and then there's like there's
the one girl who's
the jokester, class clown, right?
Yeah,
who likes Bella.
I think everyone liked Bella in that movie.
Yeah,
because that's the teenage girl dream.
Yeah, because if you're the new girl, everyone has a crush on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do without all that. You-
So
you-
what?
So
Bella.
yeah,
she,
Bella.
what was I getting at?
She makes friends with these random group of friends at school. How does she even meet them?
She meets one of them.
She meets
the
Anna
Asian
Kendrick
guy.
first, right? Oh no, I thought she met Anna Kendrick because Anna Kendrick. Oh yeah, Anna Kendrick's the what is it? The welcome party.
Oh, okay.
But she meets everyone else outside because one
Like-
of them accidentally hits Bella or makes fun of her car because she has that
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah.
And it turns out that's her group of friends that she starts hanging out with.
Yeah.
And they never apologize for that joke. Bunch of assholes.
Anyways, so
Actually, yeah, she doesn't even become friends with them. They literally just like took her in.
yeah,
Huh.
like she had no choice but to
Yeah.
like, join their crew.
Yeah.
And then eventually she started hanging out the Colons because
Because of Edward.
Edward has a crush on her now.
Yeah.
So yeah, like they're like in the lunchroom, and then they Bella sees them walking in, right? And they obviously stand out because they don't look like high school students.
I know. And they're all in slow-mo. I forgot how much slow-mo was in this movie.
Yeah.
They'll all have that cool vampire walk and that look.
Yeah. And then there's
Oh my god. I just remembered something. You remember we did something else while watching this movie. We were also drinking. And then we played a drinking game.
oh yeah, at
Yeah.
the very beginning.
Yeah, and we each had our own rule every time they did something.
Uh-huh.
And mine was every time Bella did that little blank stare. It'd be like, drink, drink.
Yeah.
Yours is
Every time Edward snarled.
Yeah, Edward's vampire snarl.
Yeah.
Word look.
Gosh.
We were pretty fucked up watching this.
Yeah. So like in the beginning we were fine, right? Because it was only every once in a while.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where it was like, I can't keep up.
Yeah, because they that's when they finally like got together and
Yeah.
just kept doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So Edward and Bella, they meet in class, right? In biology class or something.
Yeah, but she thinks that like Edward hates her because like he can't stand being around her.
Yeah. And she notices that he's like trying to hide her scent from himself. He's trying to cover his nose. What the hell am I talking about?
Oh,
Right? And
yeah.
So yeah, Bella
Yeah.
thinks that she stinks, but then it's obvious that Bella's blood
Which is really tasty.
tasty. What do you think her blood tastes like?
I don't know. Maybe it's O positive. Tastes like O positive.
Yeah. Wait, isn't O positive like very common?
I don't know. Do you know your blood type?
I think I'm O positive.
Really?
Yeah. I think O negative is very uncommon.
Oh, I don't know what.
So
I
like
am.
O positive, you could donate your blood to anyone. Like anyone could take it. But if you're O negative, then like only people
You
with
can only
O
take O
negative,
negative, right?
Yeah.
That makes. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So
That makes
in
sense.
high school, you know how we were able to donate blood?
Hmm?
I only donated blood so I could know my blood type.
And that's why everyone did it.
Well, I
Or
thought
most people did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think some people wanted to donate blood to be good.
I should have done it. I don't know mine. That's pretty bad. I should probably go do mine and get tested. How do you get tested? Do you just go donate blood?
Yeah.
Can I like go sell my plasma and be like, and then find out what my blood type is?
Sell it on the black market?
No, you can sell plasma or sell blood, sort of, or like get paid to donate blood, or maybe it's different. I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure if you go donate or sell plasma, because it's similar to blood, I think they still tell you your blood type.
Okay.
Yeah, you can sell plasma. That's not a bad thing. It's like selling jizz.
Yeah, okay.
And you go black market for that.
No. What about bone marrow? Would you ever do that?
Can you?
I know it hurts. But they're always looking for bone marrow.
Can you do it and like, be
Donators.
okay though? Isn't that like that doesn't come back, right?
All I know is people donate their bone marrow.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, if it pays a lot, I guess.
You know what? I hope that they do get paid for it.
Yeah, because that's like
Because
that's
I wouldn't
a big
want to.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to donate it
it's like
for free
It's like selling one of your nuts. You know, I think you get like 20K for that.
on the black market.
No, I think you can sell it legitly. Yeah, there's some body parts you can sell legitly.
Oh.
I guess, or I think you can actually sell any body part legitly. I think, but like I think if you sell on the black market, you just get more money. That's the whole point of the black market. I think, because like you can like donate a kidney. You can sell a kidney because you only need one,
Yeah.
and you only need one nut.
Yeah, I think that's why. I don't know. That's
No,
scary.
can you
That's scary
can you
thinking.
sell both, and that's just like a paid vasectomy?
I think that's like worse than a vasectomy.
Yeah, but at least you're getting paid for it.
I guess. I wouldn't want to do that though.
No.
What are we talking about? Blood. Donating blood.
Bella's blood is O positive.
Oh, let's say it's O positive.
Yeah, okay, we'll say it's O positive.
Yeah. And Edward wants some O positive blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his
Moving
favorite.
ahead, Edward he decides to skip classes, right? And
Yeah.
Actually, he comes back, and then like that's when he actually talks to Bella.
Yeah, and then that's when they start talking.
Yeah.
And they.
Fucking Edward, man. Hello. Or
I can't do it. It's like hello or something like that.
insert clip here.
Yeah, it'll be here. It's what I've been using for the edits now for the
Yeah.
cuts. I don't know if you've seen
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Your skin is pale white and ice cold. You don't go out into the sunlight.
Say it out loud. Say it.
Hello.
It's so hilarious. And then is it like after that where
He stops the car.
yeah.
Yeah, because after that, that's when he's like, he can't stay away from Bella, and he starts pretty much stalking her and following her.
Yes.
And that's when he starts showing his vampire stuff, and then Bella starts researching and figuring it out, and that's when it's revealed. I think it's funny how they reveal it. They just like the bell rings, everyone's going inside, but you see these two people walk off to the forest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and, like no one's like gonna stop them or check on them. They just all right.
Yeah. Okay, so like after that scene, like they're in the hospital, right? Because they need to check on Bella to see if she's okay.
Yeah, because that's after the car thingy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's where you meet Carlisle, Edward's like dad.
Yeah, his adoptive dad.
Yeah. And so Carlisle's like, oh no, she's good. And then like Bella and Edward, they're like talking in the hallway. I remember that scene. It was like hilarious too, because I think that's where we were drinking a lot, because Bella was making that stupid
Yeah,
face.
she started making that stupid face,
and then like
Edward
their
also started
conversation
making
was just like very stupid.
because the conversation was about the vampire stuff. Where they're like, what do you think you're doing? Like you should have done or something. And then the Bella's just like blatantly or just around the corner like peeking at them, and then
Yeah.
they see her, and then she like tries to hide, but it's like they obviously saw you.
Yeah.
And then Edward does come up and be like, why are you trying to hide? We obviously know you're there.
Yeah. But yeah, so after that they go up into the woods, right?
Yeah,
They're
and then-
ditching school so
Yeah,
Bella
and,
can confront Edward.
and
Very. Oh, I kept. So this is if this was like take two. If this was a porno, like there's so many sex scenes.
oh yeah,
Yeah, because like here, Bella and Edward they go into the forest. Why? To have sex.
yep, that would have been the first one.
Yeah. That's where they lose their virginity to each other.
If anything, they probably would have done it too in chemistry class right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Teacher would have joined too. Creepy old guy.
yeah.
It's funny how we don't see them in their other classes. Even their field trip, it's like with that class.
Because that's the one class they have
Yeah.
out of the other 8 classes.
It's hang out outside in the parking lot for like 2 hours. Biology class,
and then
lunch,
beach,
and then yeah.
do whatever.
Exactly. typical high school movies, man. Like everyone's like always in the parking lot, just hanging out, like gossiping and stuff like that. So that's what this is when Bella finds out that Edward's a mermaid, right?
Yep. And then he starts showcasing like his powers and stuff, and he like carries her to like the tip of the mountain, and then just leaves her there. He doesn't, but it would have been funny if he did.
Yeah, that would have been funny. He like there's a scene where he's like running all fast, right?
Yeah.
And he picks up a log and he throws it.
Yeah, because he's trying to be like, I'm super dangerous. Does this turn you on? You sure you're into this, huh? And she's like, oh my god, yes.
Oh, that's so hot. Throw that branch.
Throw it again.
Sparkle in the sunlight.
And he's like climbing trees and jumping tree to tree. And then he ends on like a really low branch hanging tree, and then like Bella climbs up a little bit to talk with him or something. There's a lot of tree climbing in Twilight.
Yeah. Dude, this is like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, man.
I know. Just without the sex.
Or the sword fight.
So it's not as great. Go watch Crouching Tiger.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is a better version of Twilight.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, at this point, they're like basically dating now because like Edward can't keep away from her.
Yeah,
like, he's drawn to her.
This is pretty much when they start
And
dating.
then Bella like falls in love with him.
Like is this also that's also when like he saves her from the freaking rapists, right?
The guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Anna Kendrick and the
I don't know.
photographer.
The other girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to meet up with Bella at like the restaurant, but Bella went on her own thing because she wanted to check out a bookstore, and it's like late.
Oh, they go prom dress shopping.
Yeah, that's what it is. But Bella's not into it, so that's why she leaves.
Yeah.
And then it's like nighttime. She leaves the bookstore, and then that's when she meets the group of guys.
Yeah.
And then Edward comes with his, I don't know, what is it?
A Yada?
A Yaris?
Yaris?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And he's like driving all crazy. Like it's so weird that he's like driving crazy. Like I don't know why. But anyways, yeah, he fights with the car to fend off the guys. And then they drive off, and he's all like speeding and driving all crazy, like for some reason.
Yeah. And then they go to Edward brings her back to the friends.
Yeah, but
And
they're
then-
like leaving.
The restaurant.
Yeah,
And so Edward takes Bella to go eat and stuff.
yeah, and that's when they talk some more. Is that the one? Is that where she like sleeps with him, like, or like goes back to school with him, right?
After that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So like Bella finds out that Edward doesn't eat food, right? Because he doesn't need to. So he just watches her eat.
Yeah.
Dude, that's just broke boy
And
status.
that's also where you find out that Edward's power is, because every vampire has a special unique power.
He could read minds.
Yeah, I forgot that was his powers. He could read minds.
But he can't read hers.
Yeah, he can't read hers. Yeah, which is like one reason why he really likes her too.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they
She
were
probably has like ADHD or something like that. Can't keep it straight.
She's probably just stupid.
You know that meme is like, you ever wonder what a person's thinking? And it, like zooms in her head and it's just, I don't know, two marbles clinking around.
There's only two. Instead of that little like the marble thingy where there's like a bunch of them,
Yeah.
It's just two.
It's not even like you like zoom in her head. It's like the two marbles. It's like clink. It just stops.
And that's when she goes. Ting, 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 ting.
It's worse than like the monkey playing the cymbals.
Yeah. Well, it's like Homer.
Yeah.
That's Homer. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, Bella's dumber than Homer Simpson. And Edward's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're thinking. Like,
It's so hot.
it's so hot. Oh my gosh. Do you want another one?
I can do another one, I guess.
Okay.
And then let's see. Yeah, and then they arrive at school together, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh," blah 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 blah. And now they're like the it couple. And then I feel like
I messed up. I can't open it. See if you could open it.
that's
It hurts.
I feel like that's it for the movie, right? That's pretty much it. They start dating, and then vampire stuff happens, and then more tree climbing. Do we meet the bad vampires?
Could you get it?
Oh, no, yeah, I got it. Because I have lotion on my hands, so my hands also like slippery.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because after that, they start dating. She meets the family.
Yeah. Oh, so let's go back to the restaurant real quick.
Oh, okay.
That was when the shrooms were already kicking in, right? But that was
that's when mine started kicking in.
That's when I was like very immersed in the movie.
Yeah.
Because so we were watching in my living room, right? And the lighting in the movie and the lighting in my living room,
it started going together.
Yeah, it like blended so well, so it felt like we were actually in the restaurant with them.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, actually, from like about, I want to say like a third in, you were already like tripping out.
Yeah.
Because you kept seeing stuff. You're like, oh my God, the shadows are moving.
Yeah.
There's spiders.
we're watching the movie. We're sitting on the couch and I'm watching it, and like I'm just like, it's quiet and we're listening. All of a sudden I say, the shadows are moving.
Yeah.
Because the shadows were moving.
Yeah.
It was a kind of subtle, but like the shadows, it would like kind of shake.
Yeah.
Like, in horror movies, like you see something shaking violently. It was almost like that.
Yeah. Because that's why I started later on. That's when my shrooms hit, and I was like, "Oh, I get you, Danny. The shadows are moving. I get it. Oh my God."
Yeah, and then so for me, it all started with the spider. I call it the spider, right?
Yeah, that's the one thing I did not see, but that's because I think you were able to see it. I think that's because you have better vision than me, so I couldn't see it.
Right. So I'm just focusing on the TV screen, and then like in like my peripheral, I see a black dot kind of like moving along the wall, and I look up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is that a spider? And then like later on, there's like more holes in my wall, right? Because the previous owners, they had like a mount for their TV, and so those holes, they started moving too. So I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a spider. Oh my gosh, there's a colony of spiders. And they're moving all over the wall. But this is all in my peripherals.
Yeah. And then I had that vision, so I couldn't see that. But the shadows were like huge because it's like coming from the light. So that one I could see.
Yeah.
And I do remember like, because of the lighting from the movie. I remember because of the lighting of the movie or how it's shot, it's very HD. So every time I looked over to you guys, the HD like transferred over. So every time I saw you guys, it was like also in HD. So I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, is this part of the movie? Oh God, it's real.
You don't know like where the movie is and like where reality is.
Yeah.
Everything starts blurring.
Yeah.
Right?
It was pretty funny.
Do you remember we were talking about the colors?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Washington. It's very gloomy, and they're vampires, so they're very pale. So everything's just gray, right? So every subtle color that there is, like since they're in the woods a lot, there's a lot of green. So then like you would just see, like I would see the green from the pine trees like kind of like on Edward's face. Yeah. Like he was kind of glowing green. Like just some parts of his face. So I was like, it looked like he was turning into the Hulk. And I was like, what were we saying? Like we went on this epilogue, or this dialogue of the sun, the lighting.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, we went into this huge whole talk about lighting and lights and layers and shit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we got so philosophical.
We'll probably do it again.
Yeah, 100% would recommend.
Yeah.
Shrooms, not Twilight. Shrooms.
Yeah.
Safely and responsibly, of course.
Yeah. Don't do too much, guys. Have fun with your drugs.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways.
You were saying
Bella
meets the family.
She becomes really close.
Yeah.
And then then I forgot this part happened, but they invite Bella to go play vampire baseball.
Yeah.
And I'm just like This is so ridiculous. It's so funny because they're so strong that every time they hit the baseball, it sounds like thunder.
Yeah.
And they can only play on a rainy day. But at the same time, I'm just like, isn't it always cloudy? Also, like, what are those baseball bats made out of? Wouldn't it, if they hit the ball so hard, wouldn't it break the bat or the ball?
Yeah, because even humans, like baseball players, if they hit the ball, the bats crack.
Yeah, like they could break.
I don't know if we talked about this while we were watching the movie, but do you know why they don't use metal bats?
No, we talked about this with, I think we did it with Alex. I remember we did it on the podcast, and the answer was we don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, or did you find out why?
Yeah, I found out why.
Oh, okay. What is it?
I don't know where I heard this from, but the reason why they don't use metal baseball bats is because the ball is coming at like 90 miles, 100 miles per hour, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're swinging the force really hard that like if the ball and the bat hit each other, there's a strong vibration, right? So if it's metal, the whole vibration will go straight through the arms and stuff.
Yeah.
So that causes like body damage to the player.
Okay.
So that's why they use wood. So there's like not that much.
Yeah, there's not that much vibration.
And then if the force cracks the bat, then like it doesn't hurt the player.
Interesting. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know that.
The more you know. If there's one thing you take away from this episode, it's that.
Yeah, that one baseball fact.
Yeah.
That everyone else already knew except for us.
Yeah. See, we're educational. We're family friendly. This is a good educational podcast.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so when we were taking the shrooms, like we kept saying, we kept seeing a lot of. Remember Eddie's backpack?
Yeah. Okay, so Eddie had his backpack. It's black, and it was sitting on one of my chairs.
Yeah, and he has like this really big keychain doll.
That's
on
white.
His backpack. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was sitting on top of the backpack, right? And
it looked like a face was like poking out of his backpack or something.
So what I saw, like again, this is in my peripherals. All I saw was a doll. Like, a figure, like it's a person. Right?
Oh yeah.
And like, the white was like a face.
Yeah.
And we're on shrooms. The shadows are moving. I see spiders, right?
Yeah.
And so this backpack, or in my head, it's a doll. It's moving, right? And of course, it like in my head, it looks like a figure, like an actual person. And I think it's moving, so I'm freaking out a little because of it.
Yeah.
And then you see that too, right?
Yeah. Like after you pointed out, that's why I was like, oh my god, it does look like a face. That's pretty freaky.
Yeah. And I was like, Eddie, you gotta move your backpack. And he's like, you want me to turn it around? He's like, no, dude. Like, I don't want you to turn it around. Get out of my house.
Yeah.
and then so while telling him what I see, like I point to his keychain, right? And I'm like, that white thing on top, like it's like with the backpack, it looks crazy. And he's like, oh, you mean the doll? I was like, don't say that.
Yeah.
Because then I'm picturing a doll now, a doll that moves, and I don't want no Annabelle in my house. and I'm like, don't call it that. It's a fucking keychain. I think he left it there, right?
No, he moved it. He actually moved it.
Okay.
He took it down.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want us to freak out.
Yeah. Oh my
It was really funny though. Do you remember you jumping out of your seat?
Out of laughter?
Yeah, out of laughter.
Yeah.
Because it was right after Edward stopped the car and he made like a really weird face to Bella. And you hella flew out of your seat. It was because you like lifted up. You're like, oh my god.
Because like, okay, I know people make fun of that scene a lot, right? But
Do they? I never heard anything about it.
Yeah, it's like very iconic because it's like when Edward first shows his vampire skills.
Yeah.
But I guess people also make fun of it because like of their acting.
It just looks silly. Yeah.
But yeah, it does look really silly, and like this is early on in the movie, and I'm already kind of high.
Yeah.
And so, here, I'll do it to the camera. So, Edward blocks the car, right? And then he turns and looks at Bella, but he does it like without blinking, and like straight face, like
yeah.
Like, why are you scared? What's with that face? Why you gotta look at her like that, man?
And then they just like jump away too or something. He's a very bad vampire.
He's like, yeah. He jumps from car to car and he flies away.
But no one sees it.
And then like on the other side of the parking lot, you see like the siblings, right? They're like, oh shit, let's go. They all get in a car and they drive away.
Yeah. Y'all again, the Yaris's. Yaris size?
With the plural
Yeah.
of Yaris.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
so I jumped out of my seat because like the scene was just
It's so funny.
And, you know, like I said earlier, I'm thinking in my head like, oh, this is what teenage girls really fantasize about, right? It's supposed to be like hot and shit like that, but it's just really stupid.
Dude, that part was so funny. I remember I was like tearing up from that because we were all laughing so hard.
Yeah.
We were like pausing. We were like, oh my god, hold on. We gotta recover.
Yeah. I hope Eddie wasn't annoyed by that.
No, I think he was having fun.
But yeah, like thank God, like we had such a good trip while watching this movie.
I'm really glad we were high when we watched it, dude.
Yeah,
oh my god.
we did pause the movie a lot to like laugh and then just kind of rewind it to watch it again.
Yeah.
Was that the part where like I kept rewinding to rewatch?
We kept doing this to both that part and the hello part.
Oh
We
yeah,
kept going back on those.
yeah.
Because after that, that's when they got on like the love story and like they start getting chased by the evil vampires. Then wasn't as many funny scenes anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, vampire baseball.
Oh yeah.
That's when the black eyed peas appear,
Yep.
and they just want to play baseball.
Yeah.
They really just want to play baseball, and then Bella fucks up, and the one guy smells her.
Yeah, because
And
the
then-
breeze picked up.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh no, now we gotta like take Bella away and protect her," and then the other vampires are after them, except for the leader, Black Eyed Pea.
Will I am?
Yeah, he I think he's still good.
Yeah.
Because he came to warn the family. It was like, you gotta watch out for the other two because they're evil.
Yeah, because you know what's his name?
I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah.
Let's just call him.
Nickelback.
Yeah, Nickelback and Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
I was. Yeah, she does look like some sort of celebrity, but we'll
I
say
can't
Avril
think of
Lavigne.
him. Yeah, I can't think of him.
Yeah. So Nickelback. He once he's on the hunt, he'll
He'll
won't
stay on the
stop.
hunt. Yeah,
Yeah, he'll stay on the hunt.
but he also likes to like toy with his hunt.
Yeah.
So that's why he takes a while, which I thought was kind of dumb. Because
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, man. Like he goes to Bella's house, and he finds her.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, whatever, dude. This is why you died.
Yeah, exactly. You fucked up, Nickelback.
But anyways, yeah,
So he's
Edward and all the Cullens, they take Bella away. I thought this part was dumb. That they're like, Bella, you need to like run away from your house, and you need to be mean to your dad and say all these mean things to him. And I was like, why? Couldn't she just be like, I'm gonna go sleep over at my friend's house?
Right.
Like a normal teenager?
Right.
Instead, she causes this huge commotion and says all these hurtful things, and I was like, damn, bitch.
Yeah. So Edward just met her dad, right? And then
Yeah.
she tells him that they're gonna, go play baseball.
Yeah.
Hey guys, let's go play baseball. We made that joke
Yeah,
while
we
watching.
did make that.
Yeah. And then when they were playing baseball, Alice was like, "It's time." And then all of us together as a collective, me and you, Eddie, were like, "It's time." Yeah. Oh
my god. Oh, the acting in this one is so bad.
love
It's so
you, Nika
cheesy,
Higa.
man. I have to admit, like, Alice is really pretty, though.
Oh, very.
She's very pretty.
Yeah.
But, like, dude, the acting, man. I think it gets better in the next movies, from what I remember. I think.
We'll find out.
Yeah, I don't remember. Actually,
Huh.
how many of the movies have you seen?
I think I've seen all of them.
Really?
Yeah, it's just I've only seen them like once each. But Twilight, this is maybe my third or fourth time. Maybe third time watching.
I've only seen up to the second one. The second one's where Edward. The second one's where you meet the Council of Vampires, right? And Edward's like threatens to go out in public nude. Right? Is that the second one?
Dude. The way you described it, it's so funny. Like it's correct.
That's what happens.
It's what happens, yeah, but like
that's the only scene I remember from the next movie, regardless of what number it is. That's the only thing I remember.
Right. I think that is the second one because Edward's depressed.
Yeah, because they break up, and then that's when he asks her to marry. Oh yeah, I remember him asking her to get married in like a Custom Black. I do remember that.
Hello?
Yeah, so the first one.
Let's see. They're being chased by Nickelback and Avril Lavigne's just hanging around.
Yeah.
Because she just disappears, right? She doesn't do anything else.
Yeah, I don't know why she doesn't come and help. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's just watching. But then Will.I.am is like, goes and warns the Colons.
Yeah, and tells them.
And then, so at this point, like, I know what happens, but while we were watching it, on Shrooms, when you shave?
Yeah, can you see it?
No.
Oh, okay, good. I can feel it. Anyways.
Oh, no, I see it now.
Oh.
Richard missed a spot when he was shaving.
I don't have a mirror downstairs. It's hard.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just using my phone. I did it pretty fast because I was like tired and early.
It was today?
Yeah, today.
Okay.
Anyways,
when we were watching this part, like I'm already like I'm like really high now.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can't really follow along with what's going on.
Yeah.
But Nickelback lures Bella to Arizona and to her ballet school when she was a child.
Yeah.
And I guess this is where he plans to kill her?
Yeah, because he pretends to kidnap her mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like... This is where Alice is her little future prediction thingy. And it's really funny looking. Because she's just like... like a crazy old lady.
She's in a mental hospital.
Yeah.
Nickelback's in the ballet school. Nickelback's in the ballet school.
Don't go to the ballet studio, Bella. Don't go. Yeah. She's like already there.
Yeah. Alice is like in like the crazy room, like, talking to herself in a corner.
Yeah. Yeah. Alice's future predictions are really like bad. They're just like a few seconds ahead. That's it.
It's like they're driving. It's like, you're gonna have to stop at the stop sign, but the stop sign's like 50 feet ahead of them. Yeah. But she predicts like what's gonna happen in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's weird too because they also tell like her predictions are just like concepts or something like that. Like they're not definite.
Yeah,
but it seems like all her predictions are really definite because they all happened. Because like Bella's still into the school, the bad vampires still arrived because she predicted them coming.
Yeah,
and they still came, like literally like 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Bella gets a call from Nickelback, and he's like, "Meet me at the ballet studio. I have your mom." Bella's with Alice and the other vampire. What's his name? Jasper. Yeah, she's with Jasper.
Her boyfriend. Alice's boyfriend.
Oh yeah, because they're all like.
They're all dating each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and then she like leaves them and goes to the ballet studio without telling them because she's not supposed to. She could have though, because like the stalker's not gonna know that she said something to them, right?
He could probably like smell them or something.
Yeah, but I mean, she still could have been like, "Hey, I got a call from him," because he's calling her.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like mind reading powers or anything,
right?
Yeah. What are his powers? I mean, he doesn't have any powers. Nickelback?
I don't know. He probably does.
Or does he just have a really good smell? Is that his power?
I feel like that's all of them.
To sniff well, that's his power. Well, because like they're like, oh, he's like the best tracker, you know. Oh, that's what Will.I.am was saying.
Oh, maybe that's his power. I don't know.
Anyways, but yeah, Bella just leaves without saying anything. Turns out it's all a ruse. Mm-hmm. It was just a recording of her mom talking.
Yeah.
And then Nickelback starts attacking Bella. Does he bite her?
So I think he cuts her.
Yeah.
Like-
He breaks her leg.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because he's still toying with his food.
Yeah. And then her face.
No, why did she get bit, though?
Oh,
he,
okay.
he does bite her, right?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, eventually he does bite her.
So, because Edward is there.
Yeah, because Edward has to come back and, like...
Yeah, so Edward is there, and then Nickelback's like, I'm going to buy her. Like, the venom's going to kill her. And then Edward tries to stop him, but, like, he does buy her.
Yeah.
And Edward tackles him, and then, like, that's when Carlisle was like, Alice, you have to, like, suck the blood out of her. Or, no, something.
Yeah,
Carlisle tells Alice to help Bella, right?
Yeah, but she can't because of the blood, and she's like, oh my god, I can't control myself.
Yeah. And then Alice tears Bella a new one.
Yeah.
And then Alice helps Edward, and Edward has to come and suck the venom out
Yeah.
by
And
sucking her blood.
And he almost can't stop because it's so delicious.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a vegetarian. You finally get a taste of that sweet raw meat.
Yeah.
I remember they killed Nickelback pretty easily. They just like pop off his head. It's like a screw-on cap or something. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's the same sound effect too. Because they're all holding him down, and like it was like not gruesome but gruesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just twist his head, take it off,
and then they burn his body.
Mm-hmm.
Bella wakes up in the hospital. She's fine.
Yeah.
They tell her mom that she fell down some stairs or something.
Yeah.
So she broke her leg.
And I think they do a cut scene to like showing Bella falling down the stairs.
Oh, do they?
I think so.
I don't remember that. Yeah. I do remember that she like decides like, oh, I'm gonna stay in Twilight, Townsville, Washington.
Yeah.
And the mom's like, oh, really? Because she's like loves Edward. And then does Bella ever apologize to her dad after that or explain? She doesn't, right? It just goes straight to prom after that.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes to prom. She's there with Edward. Edward goes get punch. Oh yeah, he goes park his Yaris.
Yeah.
And then that's when Jacob comes out of nowhere and is like, my dad told you to break up with Edward because they're vampires and he's a werewolf and they've been fighting each other for a while, you know.
Yeah. And then I asked this when we were watching the movie, but Jacob doesn't know that Bella knows what Edward is, right?
I think
So Jacob knows that.
yeah, he knows what they are. I think he gets I don't think he fully knows. I think he thinks that she might know. He's not 100% sure. I think or maybe he does know. That's why he's like talking to her about.
Well, I think maybe he doesn't know. So like Bella knows that they're all vampires, but Jacob's like, oh, like I need to get her away from the vampires before they hurt her.
Right.
But then he doesn't know that she already knows that they're vampires.
Yeah.
Should we rewatch it?
No.
Yeah. Rewatch it sober.
Maybe he doesn't know, or maybe he thinks he knows. I don't know.
Yeah, we just make our own assumptions.
Yeah. And then him and Edward have a stare down, and then he just hops away,
Yeah.
and then they dance and they kiss. Do they kiss one more time?
I don't remember. They probably do.
I don't know. I know they're dancing, and then Avril Lavigne's watching them from like the second story.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like this scene, like I'm still high, right?
Yeah.
And so like when they're dancing, it looks like we're kind of there with them because of the lighting and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just remember like looking at like watching it, and I'm getting mad because there are other couples dancing in the scene.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
get out of there! Like,
Give us a shot. Yeah.
you're not the main
I
character.
remember you
here.
saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when it showed Avril Lavigne again walking down the stairs, and the credits started rolling. I was like, There she is. Where was she this whole time? I forgot about her.
You just watch
Because
it from afar.
she could have helped out Nickelback this whole time. Because like her and Nickelback were like
Lovers.
doing it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're lovers.
And she did nothing to help them.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then that's it. That's Twilight. That's the first Twilight.
That's Twilight.
What'd you think of it?
Okay. So Twilight in general, I'd probably give it like a 4 out of 10.
Like all the movies and everything?
Just Twilight.
Oh, just Twilight?
Yeah, 4 out of 10 apples. Same rating scale as
Death Note?
Death Note.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on Shrooms, solid 6.
Yeah. I definitely give it like definitely 6 or 7 Shrooms out of 10 Shrooms.
Okay.
But as for apples, yeah, I definitely give it like a 3 or 4. Like I could get why it was good and hyped back then.
Yeah.
Because it was back then. And watching it now, it's kind of like, oh wow, like this is not great.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's held up. Like I bet you, if someone from back then really liked it and they watch it now, they'll be like, wow, this is not that great. I can't believe I was crazy about this. You know.
Like us.
Yeah, I can see some people saying that. Were you crazy about it back then?
I wasn't crazy about it. I
like,
knew
did you
like
at least-
vampires was like the hot thing to
Yeah.
be.
Well, did you like it back then at least? Like, is your rating still the same as back then? I think mine's the same, which is like I didn't really enjoy it. I still thought it was really cheesy back then. I still think it's cheesy.
Yeah, I don't think it was great back then. Like I wasn't like, oh, I love it, but I watched it and I was like, okay, this is Twilight. Like now I give it like a 4 out of 10. Back then, I don't know, if I were to rate it, maybe a 5 out of 10.
Okay.
So it,
I see. Yeah,
hasn't
yeah.
held up in the sands of time.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you remember me making a joke about? I forgot how it started, but Edward hitting Bella or something like that, and I kept talking about my foot.
Oh yeah. What was it? Was it the? No, it wasn't the apple part. It was before. It was before that. It was before that because it was like, what did she do? They were talking about something, and then she was like, "What are you?" Or like. I don't remember. I do remember they're talking, and he's very ominous, and then you're just like, and you're like, "Watch out for my foot!" And we just kept doing that.
Yeah, okay, because you brought out the apple, right? And that kind of reminds me.
We did do it for that part too. We were like,
okay, so the scene. So the Twilight book, it has someone holding an apple, right? And,
on the cover.
Yeah, and they reference the cover photo by having Bella drop an apple, and then Edward like
kicks
kicks
the
it.
apple and it catches it in his hand.
Yeah, and it looks like the
cover.
Yeah, the cover of the book. And so I'm like, well, with Edward being a vampire, like we were
maybe it was the apple scene.
Yeah, like we're like, oh, that's a very bouncy apple, right? Yeah. Like, but Edward being a vampire, doesn't he have like super strength? Like,
Yes.
Wouldn't the apple just like yeah, like wouldn't Edward like barely put his toe up and like the apple would just like explode?
Kills like 4 students.
By kicking the apple, and that's the power of the foot.
Bella's like, oh, that's hot. Yeah, because didn't we do the same thing too? Like when they're first making out, and Bella's like, stop, and she were like, oh, she used her foot, or something, and like flies away or something, right?
Yeah. Okay, so this is when they're like making out, like about to have sex on her bed, right?
Yeah,
and then. And then like Edward like jumps back because like he can't contain himself. Yeah. And so I was like, oh, I guess Bella has the power of the foot.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And then shoot,
we did it. We did it one more. Yeah. With it's when Alice is pitching. Remember, because she does the little high kick, and we're like, oh, it's the foot.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Oh. And then, I don't know which scene it was. Maybe it was when they were killing Nickelback. But then
I think there's another part too. There's like
right, it was something. But I remember saying like, Edward's about to show his power. It's not this foot. It's the other foot.
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh, sorry, viewers. Like, you just had to be there when we were.
Yeah,
when were
we decided on the next review we're gonna record our reactions
Yeah.
because we decided to watch the whole trilogy. Hi.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
It'd be better if Eddie was here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he probably would have remembered everything more.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
So funny.
We should probably end it there though.
Yeah, all right, I agree.
We're pretty far in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd keep like probably like a 4, maybe 3, just because it's so cheesy. But watching it high, I'm so glad I watched it high. It was really fun to watch when you're high. Oh my God, I had so much fun. Every time they said something, every time they did something that was like cheesy, I was just like laughing because oh my God, I'm only laughing because I'm fucking high.
Yeah.
And it made the movie so much better.
Yep, exactly. Oh, like what time are we at?
We're already at 120, man.
Oh shoot, really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll end it there.
We dragged on a lot. I might cut some parts out.
Okay.
Because we kept talking about Star Wars for a while.
Yeah.
And the Batman.
Hey, those are the good parts, though.
Yeah, those are good parts though. Maybe I'll put it as like extras. I want to try cutting up our videos more and putting it like as extras on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
That way TikTok has more than just the trailers, you know?
Yeah.
It'll have like actual like special scenes.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So
We'll end it
I'm
there.
my cup.
Maybe for like another episode, we'll talk about like what we did after Twilight, because we had our own adventure.
Oh
since
yeah,
we were
we'll
on
say that
Shrooms.
for something else though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll end it there. And okay, so make sure to follow the podcast on Instagram at Low Quality Pod. We're also on TikTok at low
_ quality
_ pod.
And hopefully I'll start posting up more videos and more like that's where I'll put like our special like things I cut out or like bloopers and stuff.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe, follow TikTok.
Yeah, I think it's a follow.
Yeah. So you'll get all that because it might not be on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then if you have any questions or suggestions for us, you could DM us on Instagram, like our podcast, or us personally, or email us at lowqualitystudios@gmail.com. And then you can find me on Instagram at TheRealDannyChaw.
And I'm always on YouTube, so just like, share, subscribe, comment. I always comment back, usually.
Yep, exactly. And then
That's
this
it,
episode.
yeah. Get ready for Twilight number 2
Breaking
review.
Dawn.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. All right, we'll see y'all next week.
All right,
Love
bye.
you. Bye. Are you ready to finish this?
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
chug it?
I'll chug it.
Cheers,
I'm
everyone.
too busy talking.
Right. Apple juice.
Oh, this one's Jerry.
Oh, who do I have?
Collect them all.
It's like Pokemon, but Twisted Tea. Oh, I have Grace, Julie, Brendan, Lindsay, Mike, and Nick.
Yo, you got a whole family, man.
From Pennsylvania.
I feel like that's a rare one. Keep that one.
Yeah, exactly. It's a collectible. You're so stupid. Twisted Tea. Catch 'em all.
Da-na-na.